Hello everyone, welcome. How are you doing today? My name is Allison and welcome to my channel. This is Green Goddess Plant Seeds and Stitching, where I share my love and adventures in gardening and crafting and cross stitch. So welcome everyone, welcome to, if you're new, I'm glad to have you here, and if you're returning, I'm so glad to see you. Just sit down, grab yourself a cup of tea or something to stitch on, and we'll have a visit. So welcome to September. It's a beautiful autumn day here in just outside of Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. That's where my partner has his farm. That's where we have a market garden together. We also keep bees and grain farm and all. Yeah, so it's a very busy time of year. It's harvest time. So far, we've been lucky weather-wise. Jack Frost did give us a second warning shot this past week, so we do have to get a move on and get some of the garden cleaned up, but more on that later. So, autumn stitching for September. Well, I didn't get as much done as I would like. Like I said, I've been so busy with the garden. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop until the snow flies, right? So cheers, have a cup of tea. So I do have a finish and a new start. So let's start with my finish. So I did get a lovely, wonderful finish on my Pigeon Coop Designs Saskatchewan pattern. So this is it. This is my finish. I think it looks lovely. I was so excited to have it finished. It looks amazing. At least I think it looks amazing. It's just the blue sky and those fields. Mind you, Saskatchewan is more than just flat fields. We do have lots of lakes and lots of trees and forests in the northern part of the province. So we're not just flat grassland, okay? I know lots of people like to stereotype Saskatchewan as being very flat. And well, yes, there are areas that are like that. Farther north you go, there's more hills, there's more trees, there's lots of lakes. So it's a very beautiful place. So that is Saskatchewan by Pigeon Coop Designs. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do a final finish on it yet. I need to spend some time doing that. This winter, get some finishing done. So yeah, very excited with that. So that's my finish. What else have I been stitching on? Well, let's see. I decided to pull out an older whip. This is it was a birthday start for me last year. My birthday is in October. So that's my birthday month. I haven't decided yet what I'll do, if I'll start anything new or not. But so this project that I started last year, it's a Bothy Threads kit, and it's Margaret Sherry's Trick or Treat. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And I forgot my stat book. I don't normally keep track of how many stitches I put into something. Usually when I sit down to stitch, it's the end of the day, it's the evening, it's probably 10 o'clock, and I just want to unwind, and the last thing I want to do is keep track. And you know, I'm not a numbers person. You know, stats don't impress me much, so I don't bother with them. But this one I did try to keep track, and I will try and insert a photo of where I was. I think the last time I worked on this was back in January. Okay, so this is my progress. I think, yeah, I should have ironed this and I didn't. I just don't have time. Let's see if I can't fold that up a little bit better. There we go. You see the little hedgehog. So basically what I was doing was I was doing a lot of fill-in. Like across here and up and around the little hedgehog here and all across the bottom. That I think was probably about 700 stitches that I put in there. Lots of big block colors, which made it easy to try and count and keep track. Apologize for the lighting in here. It's not that great. I hope it, on my phone it doesn't look that great, but I think I tried to play with lighting last time and I don't know, doesn't quite work. But anyway, so that is Margaret Sherry's Trick or Treat. I'm hoping to get started on the next character. Like the next character is this cat. That's what I'm kind of working towards. So I was filling in all this background in here and along the ground. So I'm hoping to get to the cat, the tabby cat, the orange tabby. So yeah, I'm very happy with that progress. You know, it's been a while since I worked on it. I think it was January was the last time I pulled it out. So yeah. Oh, and I have a cat here that wants out. Just one sec. Okay, now the cats have been taken care of. Cat helpers, huh? So, the next project that I worked on was the Witch's Hollow by Autumn Lane. And I will try and insert a photo somewhere in here of where I was last. So that's what it's supposed to look like. So I started this as part of the Orange Fabric Halloween SAL, started by Adelaide Stitches. I had the pattern and most of the threads. I just needed the fabric, so I thought, why not? So this is where I'm at. So I think I made some decent progress on that since the last time I picked it up. So very happy. I'm happy I've got this little character here stitched in. I'm very happy with that. So there's a couple of posts here with black cats on them. I'm looking forward to getting those stitched up. There we go. I'm really enjoying this one. It felt like it was going slower than I would have liked. Like some projects, you stitch on them and they just stitch up really quickly, and then others just seem to go slower for whatever reason. Don't know why, but this one seemed to be a little bit slower stitch, but that's okay. I'm still happy with it, and I'll still keep plugging away at it, you know, until I put it, until, you know, something else takes my fancy, then I'll, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, that's good. I'm very happy. So that's Autumn Lane. And that's Witch's Hollow. I do have Autumn Town and Ghost Town, so who knows where that'll end up. I might start those as well. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And then I've sort of gotten into the habit of the last few days of the month, maybe 5 days of the month, I kind of reserve for my Fox and Rabbit Mystery Stitch Along. So I don't think I did a before and after shot, but let's see here. This is a big monster piece of fabric here. So this is my project. So I completed one corner for June and July. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get something else to hold this stuff up. Get a board. I know lots of stitchers have a board. So June was this bit here, and then July was this narrow band, and then I've started, and then August and September's installments were issued at the same time. And so that's what this part is in here, this in here. And there's a lot of stitching in that segment. Oh my God. I'm having to stop and look because like the original pattern was intended to be done monochromatically. But, you know, obviously I'm choosing colors. So I have to really look at the pattern. You know, what is it doing? What does it look like? And try and choose colors accordingly, right? So I've introduced a yellow into this because that looked like a pot, a big pot for a tree. This reminded me of a tree, and then there's lots of motifs and stuff in that. So it's gonna take a while. So I've got one corner done, 3 more to go, and I'm working on one of 4 center motifs. So This is just going to be massive when it's finished. I'm loving it though. I'm absolutely loving it. I really enjoy working on this. I'm enjoying seeing it come together. I'm seeing, you know, and seeing each motif come out as I choose different colors to, you know, accent what's going on. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. It's going to take me a while to finish. Like, there's no way I'm going to be finished this by the end of the year. Like, it's just, I'm just too far behind, you know, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll do it. I'm still enjoying it. And I haven't decided if I will do the one for 2026. I might download it and then stitch it at a later date or something, because this is a monster piece. Like, holy crap, this is going to be like the biggest piece I've ever done in size and in stitches. So yes. But I'm happy and I'm enjoying it, and that's the important part, is enjoying what you're stitching. So those are my whips that I worked on this past month. I do have one new start because I had a finish. I finished the Saskatchewan block from Pigeon Coop Designs. I decided to have a new start for September, and I chose Pumpkin House by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And I am doing, like, there's 9, it's the first in a series of 9 houses. And so I've decided to stitch these as one big piece rather than individually, although I could do that. So I'll show you where I'm at. So for a new start, I'm pretty happy with this. This is I dyed the fabric myself. It's a 16 count Aida, just a piece that I bought from Michael's craft store. So this is my start on Pumpkin House. So this part here is part of the placement chart border. So there's this border kind of goes in between each segment, and then this up here is part of the Pumpkin House pattern. I'm kind of saving the house for last. I don't know, but I'm really, really loving this. Absolutely loving stitching on this. I was finding it really hard to put it down, and I almost did. I almost thought, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna keep going on it, and you know. But I thought, no, I want to work on some other projects, get some progress on some other projects. But this, I'm absolutely loving. This is a comfort stitch, and it is a joy to work on, and it's stitching up really fast, really fast. So I've actually got these two, this here and this here is actually the chimneys for the house. So I will be saving the house for last, I think. I just want to enjoy working on that house. So yes. And I do have house number 2 already, the pattern already printed off, and it is the chrysanthemum house. So I'll just have to work on getting the other houses. So there's a series of 9, and that was from Pansy Patch Quilts and Stichery. So very happy and excited with that. I'm just, yeah. Like I said, I did not want to put it down and work on anything else. It was it's stitching up really quickly in spite of a lot of color changes. Like, each little motif is a different color, or has maybe 2 different colors in it, or 3, you know. But that's okay. I'm actually enjoying this really a lot. Like, I'm surprised. I thought it would be a bit tedious and fiddly, but it's not. It's not. It's actually really enjoyable. So I'm just, that was a good choice on my part. Sometimes we don't always make good choices, but this was definitely a good choice for me. So that's everything that I worked on. Going forward for plans, I'm not sure. There's lots of things I could do. Yeah. Lots of options. Just a sec here. Sorry about that. Another cat needing attention. Anyway, yeah, for plans, I'm not sure yet. not sure yet. I've got lots of options. One of the things I did do this month was as I did purchase or participate in the Harvest Moon hangout there, hosted by Lindy Stitches. So I didn't get to spend as much time with that as I would have liked. Like, my time's still not really my own right now because the garden is still really busy. There's lots of things needing to be done. But yeah, I managed to take in the meet and greet for the ladies from Gloriana Silks, which was really interesting. I really enjoyed that. But you know, I'm such a hardcore introvert, and I find it really, really hard to connect with people, you know, in any situation. It doesn't seem to matter. I just find it hard to meet people, connect. But, you know, I did my best, but I haven't decided yet if I will sign up for Jingle Ball. I might, but it's probably it'll be the same situation where I just don't know how much time I'm going to be able to participate, because it'll be Christmas and we've got Christmas markets all the way through from about mid-October straight through to just before Christmas. So yeah, I'll probably miss most of the guest speakers and stuff like that. But so I don't know. So I definitely probably won't be taking any classes. I'd like to maybe do some shopping if I can, maybe hang out a bit more in some of the stitching rooms, but you know, like I said, I just I have a hard time meeting people. But I did purchase 3 patterns, three of the PDF patterns from the Harvest Hangout there. And I was tempted to purchase the Gloriana Silks thread pack. I'm glad I didn't, though, because I don't know if you've heard or not, but we here in Canada are in the midst of yet another postal strike. So yeah, I kind of puts a damper on things, on ordering anything. It's just, I don't want to get into it too heavily, but it just, yeah, let's just leave it at that. It's just not a good time to be ordering stuff. I mean, we're on a farm. There's no delivery of any kind on a farm, right? There's no couriers that deliver out here. You know, I mean, yes, Glenn, there is a business in town that will accept deliveries, but if he has to sign for something, he gets a bit snarky. So, because Glenn has had stuff dropped off there, but yeah, if there's anything that has to be signed or moved, yeah. And I don't really want to get into that. I mean, I do have my house in Saskatchewan that I could have stuff delivered to, but I have to be there. I have to be there when it arrives, otherwise I miss it. Oh, my light's doing weird things on me here. Okay, that's a little bit better. But yeah, so yeah, if I have everything delivered to my place in Saskatchewan, I have to be there, and I can't always be there. At least not right now. You know, maybe in January when there's nothing going on, that might be an option, but right now, no. So PDF is my best friend. But it definitely puts a damper on ordering anything other than, you know, PDF patterns. So anyway, but yes, I did buy patterns. I bought, this one is called Pumpkin Party by Lola Crow. I'm pretty sure that was a very, very popular one. I think these were all popular. I also ordered Harvest Party by Lindy Stitches. Sorry, I should have taken it out of the plastic. Let's do that right now, so I don't have that glare. There we go, that's better. There we go. At some point I'll figure this whole Flosstube thing out. I'm so not technically advanced, sorry. And then the last one was the Perfect Pumpkin Posse. This was Stitch Pros. So these are all options for stitching this month, or for October. I don't know if I'll start any of these or not. I've got other options. Like I said, October is my birthday month. I know Stitching by the Shore, she is doing a pumpkin pumpkin birthday SAL. So I might join in on that, but I'm not totally sure what I would start. I do have another Autumn Lane pattern that I could start. Oh, I should have got this ready, I didn't. So this is, sorry about that. This is Pumpkin Stack. Now I have this already kitted up. I have fabric that I dyed myself, and I have got all the threads. So really, if I wanted to have a new start, I could. So this is my fabric, sort of a dark purpley blue. I thought that would go well with the orange pumpkins. So I do have everything. Everything's here. I just gotta get it going if I want. So that's the pumpkin stack. So that's an option for new starts. The other Halloween or autumn themed one, I actually have a whole bunch of back issues, or no, well, not a whole bunch, depends. But I have lots of magazine back issues. One of the ones that is also a potential stitch is, this is from the October 2023 of Just Cross Stitch, and it is this pattern, Haunted Happenings by Carrie Buziak. So that's an option. I'd have to dye my own fabric. I do have fabric, some 14 count Aida. Oh, that was the other thing I forgot to mention. My, this one, the Witch's Hollow, this is a 16 count Aida called Pumpkin Spice. And I've forgotten where I bought it from. It's off of Etsy. Darn it. I'll put it in my show notes where I bought it from, but it was a Canadian dyer. So that's that. But this I have just some plain white 16 count Aida that I could use for this, and I could dye it myself. I do have some dyes. There's nothing wrong with doing that. So that's an option. The other option I do have the threads for it too already. Already lined up. I'm just going to put that way in there. And the other one that I thought might be a cute little stitch. This is from the 2024, autumn 2024. And it's Pumpkin Patch Pals by Elizabeth Spurlock. So that one is a possibility. Because pretty much everything that I'm currently working on are larger projects. I don't have any small ones. So this would be a small one. This Pumpkin Patch Pals would be a small one. The Haunted Happenings would be a little bit bigger, but not huge. The Pumpkin Stack would be probably not huge, but it'd be a little bit bigger. The other option that I have lined up here is, instead of a Halloween start, I could do a Christmas start. So I have this one. This is the Dickens Christmas Sampler by Twin Peak Primitives. I have everything except, no, actually I have everything. I have fabric too for this. So I absolutely love A Christmas Carol. It is my favorite Christmas story, holiday story. I reread the book every year, and I have several favorite film versions that I watch and rewatch throughout the Christmas season. So this is also a possibility for a birthday start. I'll think about it. This is my fabric. It's a 16 count Aida that I dyed myself. So I dyed it at the same time as I did the one for the pumpkin house. So it's a similar tone. I figured it'd be all right for a Victorian Christmas, make it look old kind of thing. So those are my options for starts and projects. I mean, there's no end to projects. You know, really, there's no end at all to any project. It's just this is my time, and whether or not I want to actually start something new, or if I want to work on some older projects. I mean, I do have some older whips. I've got at least 2 other Christmas themed whips that I should probably dig out and work on. Other than that, that's what's happening stitchy wise. So yeah, a few projects on the go. Like I said, I haven't decided yet if I will do Jingle Ball or not. I'd like to, and I probably will sign up for it, but just how much I'm able to participate will remain to be seen. Like I said, yeah, I find it hard to meet people in any situation. Doesn't matter whether it's in person or if it's via an online thing. I still find it hard to meet people, but that's okay. Garden wise, it's slowing down. Like I said, we had another touch of frost this past week. Like September has actually been beautiful. We had frost right at the beginning, and then it was beautiful weather. We had a little bit of rain. We had a little bit of rain again, a couple of days ago. But otherwise, it's been beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Been warm, unusually warm for September for us. So the garden is still going, and of course, we're at the point where we have to start cleaning up, whether it's done or not, because we have to get stuff put away. We have to get the groundwork. Like, we want to put in garlic this fall, and so we have to get the area that we want to put it cleaned up and ready to go, so we can plant the garlic before the ground freezes, because that's important. Yeah, so it's still going. It's still going like crazy. This morning I was out picking pumpkins. That morning shot kind of kicked us with the frost. It kind of kicked us in the butt. So we have to start pulling those pumpkins off and getting them set up in the hoop house, so that we can, for our pumpkin sale. We are having a pumpkin sale in 2 weeks. We can't leave them out in the field because we cannot cover them. If we get a serious major frost, there's absolutely no way we'd be able to save them at all. And if they're all picked off and all moved into one spot, then at least we can attempt to cover them and try and keep the frost off them if that happens. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully the weather is nice for the next 2 weeks. Usually whatever's left over after the pumpkin sale will sell throughout October, and then usually all of the carving pumpkins will be gone by Halloween. Quite often that last week before Halloween, if you go into a grocery store, you won't be able to find a pumpkin. So we actually end up getting a lot of people coming out during that week looking for carving pumpkins. If we have anything left over, it's usually the pie pumpkins, the small pie pumpkins, which is too bad because they are good eating, but there's only so much of it that we can eat ourselves. The other thing I did this morning was I put in a batch of fruit cakes. So we are making fruit cakes for the markets, to sell at the markets. We've been doing fruit cakes for the last 4 years. So, and so this is the time to make them, because they have to have that time to age and cure. And about once every 10 days, we drizzle a little bit of brandy on them. So we make a light fruit cake, which is what we've been making for a few years now. It's been selling really well. I think last year was the first year that we didn't totally sell out. I think we had one piece left, one half piece. So basically the way we sell it is we take a loaf and we cut it in half and we sell them as half pieces. Most people who sell fruitcakes will sell them by weight. A full cake would probably cost you, a full-size cake would probably cost you about 40 or 50 bucks, but we only sell ours in half pieces, and Glenn's very good with numbers. He's been crunching numbers to make sure that we are making a profit, but we're not overcharging or gouging people. So, I mean, and fruitcakes by their nature are expensive. The fruit is expensive. The alcohol that goes into them is expensive. So they're not cheap items to make. This year, though, we've added a dark fruit cake. Last year, we had quite a few people request a dark fruit cake. So that'll be new. I'm not sure how many of those we'll make, but we'll make a few so we've got some to take to the markets. Yeah, so that's been going on. Garden's been going on. Just getting ready. Like Glenn is still trying to get the grain harvest finished. He's been fighting mechanical problems. Yeah, it has not been an easy harvest, let me tell you that. We're both stressed out. And of course now with this postal strike, it's just like, oh my God, really? It's like, really? Just when you want to be gearing up to send stuff, things are shut down. I don't know how long the strike will go on for, so I could put a damper on things again this year for the holiday season, but that's okay. But yeah, so that's my stitching for this month. I'm happy with what I accomplished. Like I said, I don't usually count my stitches. Like stats aren't that important to me, so I don't usually bother. I'll probably still try and count for the trick or treat one, just because I've started that. Just for curiosity. And I know there are people out there who do like to have those kind of stats, but it's just not something that I'm ever think to keep track of, because like I said, when I sit down to stitch, I want to stitch. That's all I want to do. I don't want to be focused on anything else. So, but yes, lots of options. Lots of options. Oh, I also wanted to mention there were some other small patterns that I came across. If you go to Shannon Christine's Facebook page, she has some freebies on there, and they're just small stitches. I can't really show you one because it's the pattern basically, but she usually posts them as a photo, and all you have to do is either take a screenshot, or like with my laptop, I just sort of left click or right, one of the clicks, and then I'll save it as is to file. And so I've printed off some of those for myself to do. So maybe those might be options for an October stitch. We'll see what happens. See if I can line up some fabric and some threads. Go through my thread stash and see what I got. But yes, it's been a busy month, and it's going to continue to be busy. I guess once our pumpkin sale is done, I think we will be cleaning up the garden in earnest, and then we'll be shifting focus, from the garden to just making stuff in the house. Like I'll be making cakes like crazy. Once Glenn has his harvest in, he'll be in here canning stuff like crazy, because we have sold out of pretty much all of our all of our jams, jellies, relishes are pretty much sold out of everything. So it's a good problem to have, but now we have to try and catch up, which might be impossible. I just don't know. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you come back and have a cup of tea with me and share with me your journey, your stitching journey, what you're working on. What's your favorite way of storing your patterns? Like I've got printed PDF patterns, and I use the plastic sleeves, these sleeves, but like this, I've got the threads stored in it, so it's all together. I don't really have any project bags, but if you have just the pattern, like this one, like, are you storing these in a binder or in a folder or just in a box? I was thinking I should pick up a binder and start putting them in a binder and just somehow marking them, I guess. Especially if I've got more than by the same designer or something. But I'm just, to have a crafty spot of my own. Like, because right now I don't have a crafty spot that is my own. I've got boxes everywhere. I've got boxes and bins here at Glenn's, and I've got boxes and bins at my house, but no dedicated space where I can actually spread everything out and organize it. Like, that's my thing, is I don't have the infrastructure to organize everything, which, whatever. Yes, I would love to have my own little stitchy spot. Anyway, thank you for coming out. Thank you for joining me. Hope you have a great Saturday. Happy weekend. If you're doing some stitching, good for you. If you're not, well, you can still have a good day. So thanks for coming by, and we'll be talking to you again real soon. Bye for now.